The order of work when writing your story structure layer by layer. To have a well-structured novel, we need to develop a story structure in several layers. The highest layer of plot is storyline. That is a summary of your story in single sentence. Then we have three-act structure or other similar common story structures. After that we have synopsis, and based on that the scene list. Finally we have the novel itself word by word and paragraph by paragraph. Does the order of writing novel structure layers really matter when writing a novel? The answer, it depends. For some writers, a detailed plan is essential to keep the story on track. Others prefer to go wild, letting their story unfold as they write. The key is to find the creative paradigm that aligns with your personal writing style and preferences. We have two main approaches: top-down versus bottom-up approaches. Most novel writing processes can be categorized into two broad approaches: top-down or bottom-up. In a top-down paradigm, you begin with the big picture and then work down to the finer details. For example, the outlining method is a top-down technique. You start by creating an outline and then write the story in details. In a bottom-up approach or paradigm, you start with the smallest details. You start by writing the story, the first draft of the story, and then when you have the first draft, in the next revisions you work on higher layers of the plot. There is no universal answer for the best paradigm for every writer. Choosing between a top-down or bottom-up approach depends entirely on your writing style and personal preferences. But for selecting, consider these tips. Do you feel more comfortable with a clear roadmap before you start writing your story? If so, the top-down approach may be your best bet. Do you love the freedom of letting the story develop organically? Then the bottom-up approach could be ideal. The most important thing is to experiment with different methods until you find the process that feels right for you and stick to it. Don't be afraid to experiment and try new approaches. The goal isn't to follow a specific formula, it's to create a novel you are proud of.